Coming up tonight, Prime Minister extends rebate on donations made to the flood relief appeal. Major roads closed around the country and severe flood warning in place. Good evening, I'm Micah Ranamalo. The Prime Minister has extended the 200% rebate on donations made to the flood relief appeal. The rebate ended today, however, following the recent heavy rain and flooding over the past few days, the head of government has extended it.
Heavy rain over the past 3 days has seen areas in the Western Division affected, with parts of the Kings Road closed. The Navua Bridge, which is the entrance into Nandi town, has been damaged, while on the Singatoka Highway, part of the road near the Singatoka Sand Dunes has been washed away. Fiji News also received confirmation that Tamba, Lautoka and Nandi towns are flooded. Special Administrator for Nandi, Isaiah Tuindraki, informed Fiji News that a boat has been acquired to assist people come out of Nandi town. This morning, DISMAC head and Provincial Development Permanent Secretary Ines Seroi Ratu revealed this flooding is the worst one so far.
Government recognizes that this flooding is very different from January or even the flooding of 2009. About twice as much water has come in half as much time. Government began issuing warnings from Wednesday and continues to do so. But on Friday morning, the jump in river flow from the interior caught many people off guard. Specifically, between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the morning of the 30th, waters flowing from the interior almost doubled. This rapid onset has made response quite difficult.
The Prime Minister of Bainimarama has taken a team down to the affected areas to see firsthand what the situation is like. Seroi Ratu reveals that all civil servants working in essential services like FEA, the Department of National Roads and the Army have been called in to ensure that flood relief work goes ahead as planned. Seroi Ratu also reveals government has taken a proactive stand and have started providing assistance.
An initial allocation of $20,000 was given, released from the Office of the National Disaster Management, so that they can start pre-positioning some stores, particularly food rations, in anticipation of being isolated, particularly with the water in the low-lying areas.
At the moment, a decision is expected to be made on whether to declare a state of natural disaster in the Western Division.
Right now, we are focusing on roads and bridges to ensure delivery of these services. We need to ensure rescue and access for water trucks, relief supplies and repairs are maintained. We ask all Fijians to limit travel, stay out of flood waters and assist authorities and your neighbors where possible.
Meanwhile, people living along the Navua and Rewa River have been advised to move to higher ground.
The rain and the cloud band has shifted to the Central Division. Warning has been released now to the people to anticipate flooding in the low-lying areas of the Central Division. In terms of accessibility, a few areas in Wainbuka, at Nangia and Wailutua are still underwater, and that is the main restriction in terms of movement within the Central Division.
The Prime Minister made the announcement with regards to the flood relief appeal rebate and says that the rebate applies to donations over $1,000 which go toward the flood relief appeal.
A severe flood warning remains in force for major rivers, streams and low-lying areas in the Western Division. A strong wind warning is in force for the land areas of the Fiji group. This is due to a tropical depression which was located southwest of Nandi at 9 this morning. While it is gradually moving away from Fiji, the associated active trough of low pressure continues to affect the group.
Started mobilizing relief rations. One success has been made available. We are currently reinforcing the team in the west with some reinforcement from the Central Division with vehicles and of course rations as well for those in the Singatoka and to Nandi, again because of accessibility. And the team in Lautoka will work with the Commissioner West on people living within the Raki-Lautoka corridor and the Lautoka-Nandi corridor. But the Central Division is now assisting, and we have already sent people down from Suva with rations and manpower to assist Singatoka and of course the other work that will be needed within the Singatoka-Nandi corridor.
As a severe flood warning remains in force for major rivers, streams and low-lying areas in the Western Division, work is now underway to ensure that essential necessities reach those affected. DSMAC head Inia Seriratu says government has already initiated relief works and those employed in FEA, Water Authority of Fiji, Department of National Roads and the Health Ministry have been called back. At the moment, major roads are closed to all traffic. Paradise Tundra with this report.
In Singatoka, the Kavananga Road and Valley Road remains closed to traffic while there is a landslide at Diri Road. Singatoka village is under 1 meter of water. The Department of National Roads are working on opening up the other roads. In Nandi, Highland Road and the Namotomoto Narewa roundabout are the only roads open to traffic while all the other roads are closed. In Lautoka, the Pai Pai and Navula roads are the only ones closed to traffic. In Ba, the Koronumbu and Moto roads are open to traffic, all the others are shut down. In Rakiraki, all roads are open. In Tavua, Lumbulumbu and Nasayani roads, as well as the Kings Road at Tavua Level Bridge, are open to traffic, all the others are closed.
Government continues to assess the weather situation and its effect to determine what needs to be done. Government teams, upon orders from the Prime Minister, who is also Minister for Disaster Management, have been activated early this morning to get ahead of the situation.
The National Emergency Operations Center has been activated as of 800 hours yesterday. Similarly, all EOCs in the Western Division and all disaster response agencies at the national level as well as the divisional level in the Western Division. Continuous rain has caused widespread flooding in the Western Division from Rakiraki to Singatoka. The extent so far is expected to be worse than that of January 2012.
This is an interesting set of information, sir. I made comparisons between the 2009 and the January low depression data, and of course the last 36 hours. The average rainfall within the Nandi area back in 2009 was about 20 millimeters per hour. And the same level we experienced in January this year, 20 millimeters per hour as well. But however, for this one, the average is around 44 millimeters per hour. This is based on the recordings in a few of the stations. At Nawaka, it was around 57 millimeters per hour.
Torrential rain experienced overnight caused surprise massive flooding in the Western Division. Nandi District is the worst affected. Power supply to 80% of the Western Division has been shut down. Water supply in the Western Division has been badly affected due to main line damages and blockages to intakes. In the early hours of this morning, water levels significantly increased by 5.9 meters, a critical level. All schools in the Western Division closed yesterday and those affected areas have been activated as evacuation centers.
Information collation and initial damage assessments, and of course the immediate relief and recovery operations, and today we will have to do thorough and detailed planning. This is bigger than the previous ones that we've had. We will be stretched. We need to do a lot of detailed planning and close coordination between the agencies. So I would request that agencies give in a list of what's available in terms of their capabilities and resources, including people, as we do the detailed planning today.
Main roads affected: the Queens Road, Singatoka end of Navo Bridge at the Nandi Town end has been washed away. To the Kings Road, all traffic has been stopped at Korovo due to flooding of Wailutua Bridge and other low-lying areas in Wainimbuka. Anyone in need of evacuation should contact the nearest police community center or fire station or district offices, including the Divisional Disaster Management Office.
Coming up after the break, evacuee numbers rise as rain continues, and MSG leaders farewelled.